Hi everyone, thanks for joining us at In the Know. We're catching up with some of your fave celebs, reality TV stars, and more direct from their homes. I'm your host, Gibson Johns, and today we're joined by Ramona Singer from Bravo's The Real Housewives of New York City, which returns for a 12th season on Thursday, April 2nd at 9/8 Central. Ramona and I chatted about what her days have been like while quarantined in Florida with her daughter Avery and her ex-husband Mario, how she's doing amid her recent diagnosis with Lyme disease, and what we can expect from the 12th season of RHONY, which features a new housewife in Leah McSweeney and follows the departure of longtime fave Bethany Frankel. Keep listening for my full interview with Ramona.
Hi, Gibson.
Hi, Ramona. How are you?
You know what? I have to say I'm doing really well. I'm very blessed. I really thank God every day.
Good. Yeah, I feel like, judging by social media, it seems like you're kind of taking this whole crazy thing in stride and just being really, really safe.
Yes, I am. I'm protecting myself, my family, and I'm trying to keep an up attitude about it and a smile on my face.
Good. So I'm curious, just sort of what does a typical day in quarantine look like for you right now? How are you sort of spending your time? I know you're down in Florida. What does a day look like for you?
A typical day is this. I wake up around 7 o'clock, but I stay in bed till about 9 or 9:30 because my doctor, Bernard Shays, who diagnosed my Lyme, says the most important thing is to build up my immune system, and that happens when you sleep, which I didn't know. You know, I'm taking all these vitamins and this and that and pills, but he said, Ramona, rest is the most important thing, and sleep. Please get a good night's rest. So I've always gotten about 8-9 hours of sleep, but now I'm forcing myself to do 10. And so I get up, and then Mario gets up, and he gets up before me, and he always has a beautiful protein shake ready for me that he makes fresh. My daughter would always be visiting him regularly in Florida and go, you know, Mom, Dad makes these best shakes. I have them every morning. I go, how great can a shake be? Well, guess what? I'm having them every day, and they're phenomenal.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, his secret ingredients are his combination of putting, besides actually the protein, which is healthy, it's the powder, he puts in a bit of spinach lettuce, and some celery, and apple,
so healthy,
pineapple, and peach, and apple, and berries, just a little bit of each. And just the mixture of flavors is just incredible.
Wow.
So that's always waiting for us. And then, you know, I take a shower because I think it's really important when you're in self-isolation, self-quarantine, whatever you want to call it, that you have some, like you said, a schedule, and you stay looking attractive. I mean, I'm not going to be in a bathrobe all day. Yeah. So
pull it together. Pull it together.
Yeah, pull it together, bitches. So, yeah, pull it together, girls and men, girls and guys, get it together. So, basically, I'll take a shower, I'll dry my hair, and I'll actually style my hair nicely. I have this great, iconic Revlon wand. It makes my hair look like I go to a beauty person, a hairdresser style.
Amazing.
Do my Ageless by Ramona cream. I do that every morning, every night. I can still look good. And then I do actually a light foundation, you know, I do. And I get dressed usually in a workout outfit, a nice-looking workout outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I bought 10 outfits. I think Avery ordered more for herself. And then my day begins. And what does that mean? I may have another breakfast because the shake, maybe I'm still hungry. And maybe I'll have some avocado toast and whole wheat. Then maybe I'll do some weights. I have weights here, so I'll do a little bit of a workout. But I can't do too much because, you know, I can only do, you know, instead of doing an hour, I only do 30 minutes, we'll say. And then this time, you know, I don't know, then I'm looking at emails and I'm texting and I'm calling and I'm ordering things. Oh, I'm ordering things online.
Oh, my gosh.
So I cannot go into a store. So, of course, I, like everyone, am used to, like, Fresh Direct and Publix. My Dr. Shay says, Ramona, I do not want you, Mario, Avery, even entering the store. So we get everything delivered. So I finally found this local market that actually Mario used to stock up his refrigerator when we got here. They deliver, and they have beautiful fresh meats and vegetables and everything. So I'm ordering like every other day because we eat like animals here, but we're getting thinner because we're eating so healthy. Getting my first delivery from this company called Misfits, and it's not that expensive, and it's all organic, but it's a misfit. It's all rejected fruits and vegetables.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Yeah. So I ordered $40 worth. That's with the shipping, which means it's like 20, I don't know if it's 30 pounds of fruits and vegetables. And
wow.
Why do you order so much? I go, well, I want choices. You know, I want choices. I'm not
a woman needs choices.
Yeah, because this is for people of 6, and the other one is for 2 people. Well, I got for 6. I'd rather have more than less. And then I'm getting all my organic meats that are grass-fed they're going to come on Friday. I ordered like a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm very busy ordering things, you know, and Avery needs some personal things. Oh, well, I have to do my nails now. So I had to order nail polish remover and a file. And then, of course, my lashes, I have to order fake lashes because, God forbid, my lashes don't look good, you know, the extensions that I get on every month. So
it sounds like you're running a nail salon and beauty salon down there.
Exactly. And then I go to the beach. I go to the beach for about an hour and a half, and I shave myself because, you know, one of the reasons why I look so, you know, my fans are always like, you're reverse aging. What are you doing? Well, you know what? Because I am 60, whatever, because I've taken care of myself for so many years, the results are showing. So all these young ladies who are 20, keep your face out of the sun, use sunblock, shade your face and your chest. So I walk along the beach for an hour or two, then I come back, and then we have to decide who's making dinner. Lately it's been me, and they were raving about my dish the past 2 nights, so I'm very excited about that.
Amazing.
And then we had leftover bananas that got mushy, so I made banana bread, and I did it with almond flour instead of regular flour. So I'm trying to be gluten-free. I used coconut sugar, which was amazing, instead of brown sugar. And it was delicious. And, yeah, so tonight I'm going to make, I normally don't eat steak, but I'm eating home all the time, and I'm making a sirloin ribeye steak tonight, which is like,
oh my God, that sounds delicious, Ramona.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then after dinner, I mean, so we take turns. Mario cooks, Avery cooks, I cook, and then we all help clean up. We alternate with that. And then once everything is done, we go into the den around 9:30, usually right around then, and we watch 2 episodes of Game of Thrones, and then we start the day again.
Wow.
But today I'm cleaning the entire apartment because it's day 11, and I'm going to take, I guess, chlorine with water and wash the floors with it. And
good.
And listen, Avery said she has to video this, so and then video TikTok with me, TikTok, whatever that's called. Yeah.
I think we need Avery to share those videos with the world.
And then I think, and then I usually do a nice long walk with her on the coastal. It's called Spanish River. It's very beautiful with all these beautiful homes. We do that around for an hour and a half, from like 5:30 o'clock to 7:30. So the day flies. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it sounds like you're being very productive, which is amazing.
I think it's important to have a schedule and just maintain yourself, you know. And
for sure.
Positive. We're all going to get through this. It's going to be hard. And I think, you know what, sometimes, I mean, yes, people are getting very ill. People are dying, and this is very sad. Listen, I'm quarantining because if I get this, I mean, I could die because my immune system is just for shit. But you know what? It's making me appreciate my family, my friends, my life. Sometimes you take everything for granted. I think this is a wake-up call. And
I totally agree.
We're going to come out stronger than this. I know we are. I have strong belief in our country, in our government, and we're tough. Our nation is tough. The United States is tough. And I'm so glad I'm a citizen of the U.S. I believe in our country tremendously.
Well, I think that's a great positive attitude I think a lot of people can learn from. But also, obviously, Real Housewives of New York comes back season 12 next week. I feel like it's going to provide some much-needed escapism for everyone right now. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel like you guys are kind of going to bring some fun to people's lives for right now?
Well, I think season 12 will be very unique in so many ways. And number one, it's going to be much more entertaining than the past few seasons because we never get dark. It doesn't get dark like we had the past few seasons. We definitely have our moments, and you're going to see some hellacious, or is it hellacious? I always mispronounce my words. But you're going to see some pretty big altercations among us. But it gets resolved, and there's no deep-seated, darkness. On top of that, what I think the viewers are going to like is no one's life is perfect, and if anyone tells you it is, they're full of crap, okay? And you're going to see us expose ourselves more by being vulnerable and what is bothering us. Like, for instance, the first episode, I bare my soul and kind of a mini breakdown in front of my girlfriends, saying that I don't know if I'll ever find love again. And I was embarrassed when I saw that clip. Like, I can't believe I exposed myself that way. And I was like, oh, my God, what am I doing? But you know what? Viewers will relate. Because
completely.
You know what? Women and men, you lose a parent. You lose a sibling. You lose your wife or your husband through death, divorce. And people, they're like, oh, my God, they lose their family. Maybe they lose their whole family in a car accident. You know what? People are vulnerable, and they're going to relate to this and think, you know what? They're just like us. Because we are. We as women on the show, we may have a little bigger house and have a little few more dresses and shoes than you, but we're just like everyone else because we're all people. And actually, this is what this disease is teaching us, this virus. We are all just people. people. We all come into it the same way, and we're all going to go the same way. No one's different.
Regardless of our differences. And I'm curious, you said that it doesn't get dark this season. Is that something that you attribute to Bethany not being around this year? Is that kind of what the difference is?
I don't know if it's because of her that it doesn't get dark, but I know because she isn't on this season that all of us feel lighter and brighter and more relaxed, and therefore we can show ourselves. We feel more comfortable in our settings and in our skin. Because Bethany was a very strong character on the show, and she was a great person, and I respect her tremendously. But, you know, as Luann would say, she takes the breath out of the room, and everyone would be on there. And I would say, because I'm the one that's unfiltered and says what everyone else is thinking, when she would walk into the room, everyone would be on eggshells. You know, when Bethany, be careful what you say to Bethany. And that's not a great way to be in a dynamic group. So this season, no one is afraid to be around each other. We don't hold any bars. You see that, you know, and then this season, what I love is I invited all the girls right off the bat into my home in the Hamptons. So we were all under one roof, all 6 of us.
Wow.
That usually only happens on vacations and in the Berkshires.
Right.
So you're going to see shenanigans going on that'll make your mouth drop. You have no idea.
And I feel like Ramona and the Hamptons, something gets into you there that just you kind of let loose even more, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. I'm the hostess with the mostest, and I definitely dance on my kitchen table one night. And that's one of my favorite moments of the entire season was, you know, I really wanted everyone to connect. All about introducing people to people and mixing different groups of people. So that's how Leah came on.
Wow,
Bethany had
interesting.
no idea who she was. Bethany never met her. She just passed on the number with 100 others. And Bethany's always good with, we all pass on numbers. I pass on numbers. We all just give the numbers. We never meet the people. We just throw the numbers in the dish, so to speak. So that's how she got on. So no one had any reference to her. No one knew her. We had no idea. She was just like this person came from nowhere, obscure. So I thought the best way is for us to get to know her and have her under the same roof. And plus all the other girls like Luann and Tinsley and Dorinda and Sonia, they've been doing their own thing, traveling to Europe and Kingston and the Berkshires. We haven't seen each other. So what's a better way to bond under one roof? And there were some hellacious times in my home. I woke up to a day that you cannot believe. Your mouth will drop. But one night, we were all bonding and dancing to Senorita, and I actually got up on my countertop. That was pretty crazy.
I cannot wait to see that moment. Wow, I love it. And you mentioned Leah and sort of how she got introduced to the show, and I'm curious to sort of how you get along with her this year and sort of what we can expect from her, what she will contribute to the show.
Oh, let me tell you something. Leah and my connection or interaction, that could be a show in itself, let me tell you. Once she spent the weekend at my home in Hampton, I don't know, she did things to me and she just looked at me and she just said, I want you to be my surrogate mom. Please, I'll be your daughter. You have to help me. So I took on that role seriously, and you're going to have to see how it plays throughout the season because I expected her to toe the rope and hold herself to a higher standard, and she didn't always like that, and she rebelled a little. I call her the wild horse that needs to be tamed.
I like that. I think
you'll see.
Yeah, well, I think I watched the premiere episode, and I think it's clear that she's not afraid to kind of get into it already, which I think is a good sign.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. You have to see what happens.
Up for interpretation, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm also curious. I mean, it was. I think you came out with your Lyme disease diagnosis in March, a couple months ago, or earlier this month. And
I came out actually, in February, right before I was going to
February. Yeah, and I'm curious if, because obviously
March. I left my ass on March 6th. I found out on March 2nd.
But as fans of Housewives, we know that Lyme disease is something that has also affected Yolanda, Yolanda Foster. Have you guys connected at all about sort of shared experience, or sort of has she given you any tips about sort of her journey with the disease? Well,
I know a lot about Lyme disease because a family member had it.
Mm-hmm.
And my good friends Nicole and Zach, they actually had it twice. And
wow.
I was a guest speaker, an honorary speaker at the Global Lyme Alliance in New York City 2 years ago, and so was Yolanda Hadid. And so I know a lot about Lyme disease. So basically what was very interesting to me, and I could say it's kind of ironic, is that what part of my speech I said, Lyme disease can attack anyone at any time, anywhere, and you may not even know you have it. And it could be you, or you. And I pointed to people in the audience. And guess what? Today it was me. And I really think it should be mandatory tested because I get my blood tested every year, and I just
Right.
assumed my other internist was testing me because she knew I had a place in the Hamptons. I'm there 4 months of the year. And thank God I went to this new internist, Dr. Bernard Shays, because he was doing preventative work, because my whole thing is I do want to be ageless. I want to be the best health I can be, and I need to know what's going on internally. So when I went to him 2 days before I was leaving for Aspen, I said, I'm not feeling well. I've still got over the sinus infection. I don't know what's going on, and I feel tired and weak. He says, you have brain fog? I go, yeah. He goes, well, let me sit you down. I got your test results just yesterday, or this morning. And it said Lyme, 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 Lyme. Tears started rolling down my eyes, and I'm like, OMG, do you have to put me in a hospital now? Do I have to go intravenous? Because I know how serious Lyme can be.
Right, it's scary.
He goes, no, you're fortunate. You don't have chronic, which is what Yolanda has, chronic.
Got it.
You just need to be on an antibiotic for a month, but you have to listen to your body. Because the only reason we finally, you feel sick now is because your body is so strong. You're such a strong woman. You're going to live to 95 years old. I go, no. I already told my daughter I'm living for 100. Change it by 5 years. She started laughing. And then I met right away. Dorinda set me up with Dr. Daryl Joffrey, who has all these anti-inflammatory and helps build your immune system. And also my doctor, Bernard Shays, he also is holistic, which is good. So I have these 2 great doctors, in which Dorinda recommended me to one, Nicole and Nick recommended me the other one. And I'll tell you something, it's good to talk about what's going on, because then people recommend people to you. You find out who the top people are, who you should go to. So when I went to Aspen, I was weak. I was going, I would normally get there and ski all day and party all night. Well, by 9 o'clock, I was exhausted going to bed.
Wow.
And then when I started feeling better, the virus hit in Aspen. And I said, I got to leave here because, actually my doctor, Shay, said, Ramona, there's 10 people there. Do you realize in Westchester, one person infected 500? Get out of there now.
The domino effect.
Go to the Hamptons, or I prefer you to go to Florida where the sun is, because I don't think the virus can be quite as strong. The ocean air on the beach will be really good for you. So Avery and I talked it over, and she talked to her dad. She says, Dad's willing to have you come to his home. And I'm so blessed. And you know what? We're all getting along. We haven't had an argument, or, other than we're not maybe clean enough, but to wipe down the counters more and go put spots on the refrigerator that's stainless steel, and he doesn't like fingerprints. Other than that, we're good.
That's so good to hear. And I think wrapping it up, I mean, we're at season 12, and you're one of the last OGs standing across franchises right now. And I feel like you're going through this new thing with Lyme disease, and you're I think every year you have new things to add to your story. And I'm curious, is that what keeps you going, being able to continue to share the new happenings in your life that people can relate to, like you said?
Life is about evolving, and I think once you stop evolving, you're like, it's like a shark. You got to keep moving or you die. And I believe a lot of fans, and I believe what's given me longevity on the show, is that I'm true to me, and fans can relate to me. I'm unfiltered, and I've evolved. I mean, so many women, when I got divorced from my ex-husband, they said, how did you get out of bed in the morning? How did you survive? We've been married for over 20 years. I go, I'm dying. I can't get up. I go, you know what? It's called one step at a time.
Yeah.
You know what? I get out of bed, put on my gym clothes, go for a walk, go to the gym. You have to get out of bed. I mean, what am I going to do? I have 2 choices. Stay in bed and cry all day, or get out there. I chose to get out there. Just like with what's going on in this world today. You have 2 choices. Do you want to stay in bed and cry and get fat and eat and just, don't shave? No. Do something proactive, whatever it can be. Talk to people, keep them happy, interact with your friends and make them happy, keep a routine, do whatever you want to do. Donate money. I don't know. I mean, do something proactive. And then people say to me, how is it that you and Mario are friends now? We can't believe it. We still see a chemistry, a spark there. There is still a chemistry. There is still a spark there. That's why we're married for over 20 years. Will we get married again and partner up again? I don't think so at all. But I respect him, I love him, and I like him.
Yeah, and that's all that matters for Avery. And for
how
the
do you
family.
cope with, they love my dynamic with Avery. I mean, I have a very special relationship with Avery that a lot of women don't have with their daughters. And, there's a reason. I put time into it. It's not about the quantity of time, it's the quality.
For sure.
Avery and she and I have always spent quality time together. And she is the way she is because I put in quality time with her. and I have lots of friends, and I think people see that too on the show. I mean, I've also got people, they send me emails like, you know, I'm homeward bound, I'm in a wheelchair, I see your social, you do all these things, what can I do? My best thing I've ever done, and I tell people to do this, whether you're a man, a woman, married couples, do cocktails and conversation. Invite 5 couples over, invite 10 girlfriends, 10 guy friends. And you know what? If you don't have a lot of money, that's okay. Everyone likes to get together. Have the 5 couples or the 8 friends all bring something different. Bring some sushi, bring some hummus, bring some crudité, bring some cheese, bring some wine, and you host it. People love that. And then do it a different week at someone else's home. And then for 2 hours, you're socializing. And I'm doing that with my girlfriends now on Zoom. So do it on Zoom, people. Get dressed up, have your cocktail, put some makeup on, and have cocktails and conversation on Zoom. Do it every Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Why not?
Don't let the quarantine stop you. Come on, let's live our lives. Yeah,
life
exactly.
Life goes on, and we have to make the most of it.
Totally.
I can sit there in bed and cry about all the people that are suffering and will be dying. And I am sad about it, but you have to have a positive attitude. Mm-hmm. That's the only way I've gotten through life, is being positive. And we will get through this. We will get through this.
Well, Ramona, I'm so glad to hear that you're doing well down in Florida, and continue to stay safe and healthy. And we're looking forward to the premiere of Real Housewives of New York next week. It's going to be amazing.
So am I. I can't wait to watch.
All right. Well, enjoy and have a great rest of your day. Thank you for calling.
All right. You too. Thank you.
Bye.